Hi Hellions, and welcome back to once again a Warframe build. As my rhino tries to do a little hokey pokey Lanka dance, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, today we're going to be looking at the Cornith, the pump action shotgun that's been recently released in the past few patches, and it's only taken me a little while to actually get used to it and get to it.
Operator, you have remembered well how the Tenno arm themselves.
Thank you, I suppose. Anyway, so the Cornith is a two-mode shotgun. It's pump action, and it is a clip of 5 originally, or normally. Let's go to its base stats, which is what it looks like. The red numbers is what it is normally. The white stats is what it was beforehand. This is going to be a 3-forma build, thank God, because it came with 2 formas with it, 2 polarities.
Marked on navigation.
Otis, shut up, please. Thank you. Now, decently accurate for a shotgun. It is a crit-based weapon, and clip size, it's kind of ass, but its reload is actually really good. Despite it actually saying it's 2.3 seconds, that's actually not the case. It actually reloads a shell at a time, and you could actually shoot it in the middle of reloading. Think of a pump action shotgun from Black Ops Zombies. You could stop it in the middle of reloading to fire again if you got too close, or if they got too close to you. You could that's what this is like, and it's really awesome. Pump action, semi-automatic, and it does puncture damage base. Now, its air burst is a flat cannon. Now, here's the problem with it. Though it is status-based and its damage is doubled, and it does impact damage and blast only on its flat cannon mode, it does very good damage. The blast radius is beautiful. The only problem with it is you have to get used to the range. It's a long range, and it's hard to try and gauge the distance because of how the game camera view is. And that's normally not the problem. But the problem is that if you shoot your flat cannon, if you do the air burst, and say like right here's where you are, here's the enemy, but back here's where it explodes. That's the flat cannon explosion range of where it goes boom. So you shoot it, it goes over here, and boom. That's the range. But there's an enemy right here. So if you try and hit it, it won't explode. If you try and hit it with a flat cannon pellet before it is intended upon exploding, it'll just bing and just fall off. It won't explode. It literally is just firing a dud at them, and it'll only do like minimal amount of damage, even if it's to the head. So you have to actually make sure you get back far enough so your blast range will hit this and not back here. Because if you try and hit it prematurely before it's meant to explode, it'll just pink right off of it and won't do jack shit. It's a pain in the ass, but if you can get used to it and learn how to use the flat cannon mode, it does a glorious amount of damage. So, but primarily we're going to be using its buckshot, not the air burst. But if you can learn the air burst, it works beautiful off of this as well. So, getting into it, this is a shotgun mod based. So, the Blaze, Vicious Spread are both Nightmare mods. You'll find them from, this one you might find from Vor, over in the Void. When I say Vor, I don't mean the first boss you fight on Mercury. I mean Void Vor from like Mott Void. The one that's been cut in half that won't ever shut up even when you do kill him. He has a tendency of dropping the poison versions first more than anything else, but he does drop Nightmare mods that does status and... Actually, wait, hold on. Let me take that back. I didn't notice it was heat and damage. Yeah, this one's a Nightmare mod, same as Vicious Spread. You'll find it at doing Nightmare mods, or Nightmare missions. You can tell what the difference in normal mission and Nightmare mission is you'll either find them as alerts that give very specific mods, or they'll give you a chance to get these mods, and you go through your navigation, you'll find certain missions that have little red dragon crests on them. That's where you want to go. Prime Ravage and Prime Point Blank. You can use the normal variants if you don't have it, but you get the primes from either trading with players or primarily you get it from Borrow Key Tier. Hell's Chamber, you'll get it moderately in the middle of the game, probably around by MR7 or MR10. If you make excellent progress, you'll be finding it pretty shortly. A common place to find this one from is from the Grustrag 3, or the G3. Blunderbuss, really early in the game. And Charged Shell, one of the base 90% elemental mods, Shotgun Edition. And Vigilante Armaments. Vigilante Armaments you'll find in the Plains. It's one of the set mods. But we're going to be using it mainly for Shotgun, for the multi-shot. Now, I do not do Riven mods because of how random they are, and whatever I get on this, if I were to show you, if I had one, I don't, I wish, but if I did, and to show you, if it was a God tier Riven mod, and I showed you, and in the build, you try to get it, and it'll be almost impossible to try and mimic what I got to the decimal, which is, or decimal, because it's a pitch. It's a pitch of a bitch. Because of how random it is. I wish I could talk. I keep stuttering. It's pissing me off. Because you have to re-roll the damn Riven mods. And it's a pain in the ass to get a Riven mod to begin with. Although Riven mods are tradable, so maybe not as much of a pain in the ass as I might thought. If you have money to spare and Benjamin Franklin's out your ass cheeks and platinum out your wallet. So, that being said, if you were to get a Riven, get damage, multi-shot, and you can do either less on the reload, or less on the reload, more on the magazine, or do crit damage. I would actually go for crit damage or crit chance as a third one, rather than anything else. But if you can't do that, then just do flat element damage. That works as well. As for the drawback, you can have it drawing back on status, drawing back on the fire rate, and drawing back on the accuracy. This one's kind of hard to find a good drawback on because this gun is actually really accurate, and drawing back on the accuracy is kind of hard to do, and especially with Vicious Spread doesn't really help it. Drawing back on the criticals is, you do not want to do that. Drawing back on the status is viable, but I mean, that also affects your flat cannon. Drawing back on the reload is honestly the only... Drawing back on the accuracy and reload are honestly the only things that would be decent. Unless you can find a drawback that would, like, reduce the fall-off point or reduce a certain amount of type of damage you do against a certain type of faction. Like, you do, like, 30% less damage to Corpus. That's a decent drawback because the Corpus are really kind of weak to begin with. So, well, that being said, that's what I would do. Finding a good drawback for a Riven on this gun is going to be kind of difficult, but if you can get a God tier 3 plus and 1 negative Riven mod and all of them for really good stats, then you're in good shape. So, let's go test it out. Alrighty, this is what it looks like. It's pretty good. That's what fire's like. Okay. Now, like I was saying earlier, you can stop it in the middle of reload, like that. Okay, it's pretty good. Also, this is what the air burst looks like, the flat cannon. Okay, that pillar is pretty good, decent away. And I'm shooting it behind it. Now, if I shoot anything before it's meant to, whether it be environment or enemy, before it's meant to explode, it'll just pink right off and won't do shit. See? It won't do anything. So you want to get that range. And it's a pain in the ass to get used to the range. At least it is for me. But it does glorious damage. And its explosion radius is beautiful. Like, how big the black cloud gets right before it dissipates all the way, the explosion radius is even a bit further than that cloud gets. So it's pretty good. So let's go and try it against this. And go all the way up to 80 right off the bat and see what we do. Simulate. Oh, I forgot to change it to where it was supposed to leave you alone, but it's okay. It'll be fine. 3 shots. Technically, it would have been a 2 shot if I had gotten all crits on that. But it shoots little pellets, and each pellet does a shit ton of damage. Let's try going up. Pause the AI. And going against this. Let's try 150. Now 150 is like an hour and a half into a survival. A pretty decent high-level survival. So not too bad. That's not too bad. So let's try. That's a level 150 Ancient Healer Eximus, by the way. Let's try a Heavy Gunner Eximus. Simulate. I think this is level 152. I forgot to change it. Oops. So. Yeah, this is going to be a problem. Knock its ass down. See this, the thing doesn't do a whole lot of damage. But let's try Rhino Lord. Okay, it'll take a while. The slash damage proc really does help. And I'm actually using radiation damage on this bitch this time. So it'll take about 3 clips to all headshots, hopefully, to bring it down. This is with this build. If you get a good sized Riven, it'll probably kill it even quicker. So that's what a 150 Arid Eximus Gunner, Heavy Gunner, would do. What about a Warden? Would that do? Simulate level 150 again. Eventually I'll hit level 25 on my master rank and I'll be able to set up to even higher masters. 3 shots. Would have been 2 or less if not for the fact that I had gotten all headshots and not hit them in the balls instead. So, oh, also, I want to test something out. Settings. Let's have the enemy level down to, like, say, oh, eeny, meeny, miny, frick it, 50. And then have it set down to Corpus, Corpus Eximus, select all, there. Simulate. This is what this looks like. See? The closer to the actual blast explosion surface it was, the better it'll be. But it's pretty decent. The Cornith, I like. It's definitely one of the strongest shotguns I've seen put into this game. Oh, hey, there was more enemies over here. Hi, buddy. Oop-a-doodles. Bug off here. You too. So, it's really good. It's definitely one of the best shotguns I've seen. Not the best shotgun, but it's definitely up there. It's definitely up there. If you were, this gun's better for use to try and shoot down like those little flying drone pieces of shit when you go to the plains that just shoot you non-stop, especially if you're going fishing and those little flyer from the Grenier try and shoot you and disturb the water and scares the fish. Use that. That's good. If they get any further than that, accuracy. Aim down sights and shoot them in the ass. That's the best thing to do. So the Cornith is really good, really decent. Beautiful for taking out massive gobs. Even if it doesn't kill them in one shot, it'll at least knock them down, give you some CC. Crowd control, crowd clear. This thing is like a Riot shotgun. Pump action, Riot shotgun, and it does really decent damage. If you get an excellent Riven mod for it, it'll do even more. I do recommend this shotgun. I do recommend it. It is actually very, very decent. So, but anyway, I'm going to leave this one here. If you see any builds that are different or tweak it to how you like, just down in the comments below, have your suggestions. I've seen a lot of suggestions about using the 60% status and 60% element mods, and those would be good, but the thing is, I make these builds to go straight damage, to be able to just flat out do so much damage that it will actually be very reliable, or at least be able to hold up against late game and enemies. And what I call late game is like you go into a survival and you want to do like an hour and a half into a survival and you're still able to moderately do damage. That's what I build my guns for. If you want to build them with a little bit less damage but have the procs go different, okay, the damage might be the same, the DPS might be the same, but it'll be coming from a different way, then by all means have at it, okay? Like I said, I never claim my builds to be the best, but I claim them to be one of the more damaging ones at least. It'll be something for all of you to work towards and tweak it to however you like. So, that being said, thank everybody for watching. As always, hopefully you all enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button to become part of the Hellion family and share with all your friends and family and whoever else that you think might actually give a damn to want to watch this. Because me shooting a shotgun like a dumbass and flat cannons probably wouldn't be the most interesting of things. But then again, hey, who knows? Anyway, I forgot what I was going to say. Damn it. Anyway, thank everybody for watching. Oh yeah, now I remember. I had 100 subs. Ah, man. I'm a dunce. My mind decides to get up the damn thing. Bastard. Anyway, at 100 subs, I'm going to be doing a giveaway of prime sets on this because I have too many damn prime sets, and sitting in the damn trade chat's not really my thing because this game needs a frickin' auction house. Because sitting for hours on end on the fucking trade chat isn't my forte. I'm going to leave this one here. Thank everybody for watching. And as always, I will see all of you in the next one. See